All right, day 2 in the books. Let's wrap that thing up. Give it a grade. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Day 2 is in the books. We only got 1 day left of the draft, which is mildly depressing, but we're not going to talk about that yet. Let's wrap up day 2. Give it a grade. Give us our thoughts.
Still time to drop hashtag 7,000 in the comments for your chance to win that beautiful swag package. All right, the big thing about day 2, I think, is the trade they made. You know, you make a huge deal with your division rival, the Green Bay Packers. They come up, get a dynamic wide receiver like Christian Watson. And that is always going to be something that we're going to have to be watching here because he did it twice now. Kwesi's making 2 interdivisional trades, and you just don't see this happening.
So this is definitely going to hamper the overall grade, especially when you give him a guy like Watson. Boom or bust could definitely be a guy that comes in right away and is making us real angry. And Kwesi also mentioned that it sounds like this was the team that they were intrigued by trading at 32, but they stood tight. Then they end up making it today. So it was instant. They clearly had it already worked out. It was done. Hate it, but is what it is. We did end up getting an extra pick, which I love.
Yeah, and then you use those picks to move back up with the Colts at 42. You get cornerback Andrew Booth, a guy that, you know, we were thinking we moved down to the 20s to get. He's got the size. He's got the length, nice long arms. He plays with fire. He plays with passion. He comes up and hits, and he ain't going to back down to anybody. Andrew Booth is all swag, and I love that in my corners.
Andrew Booth, talk about value, as Lupagus says. Pick 42. Are you kidding me? I mean, he ends up falling probably because of his injuries, but this was a guy that was linked to the Vikings even in round 1. We've talked about even at pick 12, it was there at mock drafts. But we always said maybe we draft or trade back a little bit, still get him at 20 or something like this. So getting him at 42, adding him with our first round safety, our secondary is looking much better.
Yeah, and I think you made a good point during the draft. I mean, you mentioned would Rick Spielman have made up, gone back up to get Andrew Booth? He probably just would have stand pat, kept his picks. So to see Kwesi not only manipulating the board, but to be aggressive to move back up to get the guy you want. You love that in this GM. Just not going up and getting this guy.
Yeah, and watching him talk after he was drafted about the chip on his shoulder. He's pissed off. He wanted to go sooner. He's coming in fiery. He is ready to go. Love everything about that. And, I mean, his injuries, they say he's going to be ready for training camp. Hopefully that is accurate, but he's going to be out there as a rookie a lot, and I cannot wait.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be pushing Cam down to their spot, I'm sure. So Andrew Booth Jr. will be seeing a lot of him next year. The next one, a little bit more of mixed reviews as far as the national media goes. Ed Ingram going, was it 52?
59.
59 overall. To me, a little bit early, but what I like about Ed Ingram, he's a different type of guard. He's big, beefy, physical, not this undersized athletic guy like we always seem to be getting. So we finally have a big guard, but now you look at this right guard spot, that's a very crowded position now in the Vikings.
Yeah, my only thought is they must have something up their sleeve, moving somebody to center from the free agents they've signed, or maybe something they're doing in this draft to take him that early, a guard, a position that really didn't seem like a huge need. They must have plans for him. Watching Kevin O'Connell talk to him as he drafted him, said that they were targeting him all along. They wanted him. He's going to make this offensive line great. Saying all these things where I'm just thinking, we might see this guy as a rookie, which I really didn't expect.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. You bring in Chris Reed, you bring in Jesse Davis. You still got Wyatt Davis. We don't know what, he's going to bring in year 2. You got Oli Udoh, just a really experienced guard who plays at a high level. So you got some competition there. We'll see what happens. Like you said, someone's going to probably have to bump the center or that group because right now it is a log jam. Ed Ingram, I get it. There was some guards going off the board, but I would like to see him maybe go a different route there. But again, they love this guy. They want him, and you can't argue with that.
Yeah, maybe they have other plans for Ezra Cleveland. Maybe they want to bump him back out to be a backup tap. Who knows? But they got a lot of stuff going on. And the thing with Ed Ingram, you're right. This pick is not getting much love. It's getting very poor grades. But just the guys that were available, still some very good edge rushers that were still there, some very good cornerbacks, some receivers, but they had to have him. He's here, and I hope he's fantastic.
I hope so too. Let's go to the next pick. Vikings go with linebacker Brian Asamoah out of Oklahoma. So again, a position I didn't really want to see us take this early, but we already have made 3 picks at this point. So the fact we're getting an inside linebacker with our 4th pick, the value was there. The Vikings jumped all over it.
Yeah, this pick is getting a lot of love based off of just that he really should not have been there. And the Vikings, even though inside linebacker didn't appear to be a big need, another player that it seems like they did a ton of homework on. So he was definitely on their radar. Fast linebacker comes in, definitely going to be a very good special teamer, is going to be able to learn from a couple of very, very good inside linebackers ahead of him. Troy Dye should be shaking in his boots, along with Blake Lynch and Chaz Surratt.
Yeah, Samoa, a little undersized, but again, great speed, great passion. He got drafted last night. He's just bawling on the phone. He loves seeing that. Those guys just wear their emotions on their sleeves. I do think he jumps to the top of the backup depth chart here. He's not surpassing Kendricks or Hicks, but those other guys you mentioned, I think he will leapfrog them. This is one of the new regime's guys, and a guy who's really probably talented than the guys we already have. So we'll see what happens. But Blake Lynch, Troy Dye. He should just be Troy Bye. He needs to go. I don't think there's a spot for him on this team anymore.
Oh my God, that was really rude. That was really rude. And Asamoah, he could be the future at inside linebacker for the Vikings. Love it. Him and Booth, love those picks so damn much. We also end up picking up a 4th rounder, so we'll be picking at pick 122. We got a 5th rounder, 2 6 and 1 7 for today.
Yep. So I'm gonna put a final grade on this. I don't know, and you're gonna do the same, but I'm gonna give it a B here. I just think that trade with the Packers is so risky. But you gotta like the fact that Kwesi keeps saying, they got to beat the Vikings. We don't have to beat these guys. They have to beat us. He's putting his balls out there, making these interdivisional trades, and he's not afraid to back it up.
He's not. I don't think he's done trading. Hopefully maybe goes out the division this time. But if it wasn't for that trade, this grade would be like did you give your grade?
A B.
B. If it wasn't for the trade, I'd be giving this a solid A- for sure. But the trade definitely hurts. I'm going with a B too. Straight up B. Booth is an A+. Asamoah is an A. And Ingram takes it down, and the trade just really kind of takes it down. So can't be upset about the trade or the day. Day 2 was wonderful.
No, it was a good day. Good day for the Vikings. So we'll see what they have in store for us on day 3. We'll be doing a mock here in a little bit. So be sure to check that out as well. And let's see what happens here. More Vikings to come. Very, very exciting day. Why it's also a tinge of sadness because the draft will be over later today. So we're waiting for the draft to wrap up. Remember this, the word slut was originally used to describe an untidy woman who never cleaned her room.